take a moment to say the Pledge of Allegiance with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Congratulations to our MarchVocabulary.com student winners. In third place, Maxwell Stonebreaker. In second place, Akaya Green. And in first place, Darius Leith. Honorable mention, each student will receive 10 virtual Eagle Bucks. Keyshawn Odom, Gloretti Nzeza, Holden Lehman, JP Tinagel, Morgan Thompson, Aiden Cook Mothersill, Summer Almany, Edgardo Ramos Uquera. We also want to recognize our MarchVocab.com teacher winners. In third place, Ms. Schmitz. In second place, Ms. Goldstein. And in first place, Mr. Mathena. Honorable mention within the top 10 in the school, Ms. Kellner, Ms. Kalbskoff, Mrs. Lane, Mrs. Bell, Mrs. Krivda, Ms. Savek, and Ms. Prudente. DCMS students and staff, make sure you are building time in your virtual learning schedule to explore vocabulary.com. Mrs. Bell is excited to host our March Challenge and will be sponsoring prizes for students who have the most words mastered and teachers whose classes have the most words mastered at the end of the month.
Attention 6th and 7th graders. Do you want to be college ready? Would you like to have more confidence and take more advanced classes? Do you need some help with organization? Or would you like to grow as a leader? We are now accepting applications to be a part of the DCMS AVID family for the 2021-22 school year. All you have to do is visit your grade level Schoology page and view the informational presentation with a parent or guardian and complete the application. Once your application is submitted, we will reach out to your teachers for a recommendation. Come be a part of a class that will inspire you to dream big.
This Friday, April 16th, will be a 3-hour early dismissal for all students to end third quarter. Please take note of the schedule above and visit your grade level Schoology group for more information or to review the schedule of times.
Hello students, here is an update about spring sports that are starting soon. We will be conducting spring sports in person. You have to make sure that you have good grades, at least a 1.0 GPA. You have to complete a sports physical from a doctor or healthcare provider. And you have to have your parent complete a parent permit. All of this information can be found on the Athletic Schoology group. You can also pick up paper copies at school located right outside of the gym doors. If you have any questions, please send Ms. Nugent a message. Thank you.
Did you figure out what this delicious dish is? Did you try to make your own empanadas? Well, the following students may not have made them, but they certainly knew that the answer to the Smarticus question was empanadas. Congratulations to Melissa Briseno, Jermaine Frisbee, and Alana M. Your Eagle Bucks have been added to the Eagle Buck Bank.
It is time for I Am Smarticus. When you find out the answer to the question that follows, message Muzhil, and if your answer is correct, your name will be added to the wall of Smarticuses.
Today's National Day celebrates this favorite word game invented in 1933 when an out-of-work architect named Alfred Mosher Butz invented a game that would lift the spirits of millions. What is this favorite game that millions play both in person and online today?
Think, think, think. Think, think, think. Think, think, think. I've got to think, 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 think.
To celebrate April as School Library Month, we're going to introduce you to some of the great books currently waiting for you in our Deep Creek Eagle's Nest, and that were recommended by our own DCMS teachers. So sit back, relax, watch the book trailer, and check this book out from our Destiny catalog or the Baltimore County Public Library.
Honestly, I was raised in foster care from a very young age, like born into it essentially, you know, and I lived in 13 foster homes by the time I was 7. So, and I just kept moving. I was in court. I knew how to tell my teachers what I had already learned in my previous school. I knew how to make friends for the temporary. You know what I mean? I had a way of working that no adult was able to form around me because there was no consistent adult in my life, no consistent teacher, no consistent social worker, you know? And so I was sitting here, people are treating me like a second grader, like a third grader, which I was, but
and you were coping like an adult.
You know, and I was making adult decisions as well. And I think something that I've learned a lot, especially as I've grown older and working with kids, is that these circumstances don't miss the children, you know, and I think kids are incredibly intelligent and they're going to be facing the world regardless of how much disregarding or hiding or protecting that we aim to achieve with children. They're experiencing it too. You know, when Trump was elected, all these kids were like, is my family going to get deported? Ah! And they're in kindergarten. They don't know anything. They just know that the family's scared and no one's talking to them. They're telling them to go sit down, have a snack, whatever, you know? And so when they told me, you know, this is going to be geared towards younger people, I was like, well, the same conversations happen in the room with all of us. So I wanted to be very intentional to make sure that I didn't bypass the intellect of young people for things that they're really, 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 really experiencing in this moment. And if they're not, their peer might be. Thank you. But yeah, I think it's just important that when we start conversations, we recognize it's not about distilling anything. It's not about watering anything down. It's about asking real questions and then waiting for the answer. You know, nobody asked me, I always say this, nobody asked me the right questions. They said, you going to school? Yes. They said, you feel, you okay? You sleeping? Yes. Did they ask me if there was food in the fridge before they got there? No. Did they ask me if I'm working after school to pay rent? No. You know, and it's like, if we ask the right questions and wait and we really listen and allow children's intuition to speak and to acknowledge their voice and to hold their voice accountable and trust that they know what they're talking about, we might be able to start interacting in a way that actually is productive.
The thing about things that drown is that they never learn to breathe right. No one ever told them of a life without strain, a constant choking, begging for permission to remain, limbless in limbo, calling on the good Lord for some ease. A terrifying permission comes with youth, the way our bodies selflessly unfold before the altar, a sacred celebration of gardenias in bloom. Eden, welcoming the ruin.
So sitting comfortably, just taking a big deep breath, in through the nose, out through the mouth. As you breathe in, noticing how the body expands. As you breathe out, just watching the body soften as you gently close the eyes. And rather than the mind leading the breath, allow the breath to lead the mind. Notice the sensation of the breath. Notice it where you feel it in the body. If you need to, you can just gently place your hand on the stomach. And just following that rising and falling sensation. Nothing else to do. Allowing thoughts to come and go. And when you're ready, just gently opening the eyes again.